Tom, we're also hearing a lot of fear coming, Tom Manger, we're also hearing a lot of fear coming from Capitol Hill. We've heard a lot of lawmakers today express real fear about their own personal safety. They're talking about canceling events. They're talking about not holding any outdoor rallies. They're talking about going to the Speaker of the House and asking for more security, budgeting more security. You have people who are considering changing their careers, and all of them lamenting that this country is so much at a fever pitch. The tensions are so high that they're not quite sure how to calm things down.
Well, when I was the chief at the Capitol, there were a number of occasions when I, just as a general advisory, told members of Congress, look, it starts with you. You need to tone down the vitriol when you talk about, these hot button issues like abortion and immigration and climate change and war in Gaza. I mean, they would. People, when they were talking about their opponents, people that had a different point of view from them, it was not civil discourse, and so they need to start with themselves to really tone down their rhetoric a little bit. But the other issue is their security, and I will tell you that the members of Congress are some of the most well-protected people in our country, and that at the Capitol they're very safe. And but when they travel home, when they are at events in their home state, when they're in their residence at their home state, they have concerns about their security. But the Capitol Police, with the support of Congress, has put additional resources into enhancing their security when they are at their residence and when they're traveling and that sort of thing. But it's not 100%. I mean, there are moments when you are vulnerable. Even the folks that have security details can actually have moments of vulnerability, and most of those details. I mean, the planning that they do is to make sure that they minimize those split seconds when there might be some vulnerability. But they don't have the resources. And I think I heard the speaker say that if every member of Congress was going to get a security detail, they'd have to add 5,000 more Capitol Police officers. Well, not about 5 months ago, I was sitting in front of an appropriations committee, and I was explaining to them why we needed between 200 and 300 more additional agents that we could supplement the protection details. So they know that there is a need there, and that need is just growing. Every time we have an incident like this, more and more members think about their own security. But this is not just the members of Congress. This is every elected official from local politics, state, and federal. Every elected official, I think, is feeling vulnerable and feeling like they need better security just to do their job. And so this could end up costing taxpayers and certainly being a lot more resources in terms of people and money to make sure that events like this, to make sure that every elected official has some ability to have safety while they're doing their job.
You tell elected officials that it starts with them, that they're the ones that need to begin by cooling things off. You heard the governor there mention social media, saying social media is a cancer on our society. How does social media affect the protection of high-profile individuals?
It's social media, and it's on everything. A lot of the discourse on the web, on the dark web, that in fact radicalizes people. It gets folks from who feel strongly and passionate about particular issues, and gets them to the point where they are extreme enough that they think violence is justified. There was a poll that was done about a year ago by the University of Maryland in conjunction with the Center for Democracy and Civic Engagement. And one of the results of that poll was that 1/3 of the people who took the poll said that there are times and there are circumstances when political violence is justified. So you're talking, at least in this poll, 1/3 of the respondents said that political violence was at times justified. That's a frightening statistic. And we certainly need to, I think that if we are able to tone down some of the rhetoric that you can find on the web, that you can find on social media, that's a first step. But this is we've got a long way to go, because the minute that folks start talking about guns and talking about common sense gun laws, this is a point that immediately the people on the extremes on this issue stand up and say, you're wrong, and in fact, I'm willing to die for my freedom, and I'm willing to die for my position. It's tough. I mean, to get folks to tone this down.